you can go in and join the election. But then, for writing a book, it's never easy unless you get a ghostwriter to write the book for you. But then, what is a ghostwriter? That means that somebody will write your life. Never have that opportunity. Always write the book yourself, because writing the book is something that coming from inside. Now, go to the second slide. Remember this quotation. You have built castle in the air. Your work need not be lost. Now put foundation under them. This quotation, I've seen it for nearly 40 years ago by a famous author in America, Henry David Thoreau. I thought it's fantastic. When I was young in school, the teacher said, Ernest, don't build castle in the air. Start working on it. Wake up, wake up. Yeah, I believe my sir and my teachers were right. But then, now as I reflect back, you must build castle in the air. The moment you build castle in the air, you have to put the foundation underneath. One day, the foundation is strong enough, you can have the castle in the air. So people have the books inside the body, inside the heart. But now is the time to bring it out. Don't hide inside. Share with the people around. Share with your family members. So nothing wrong, you have castles in the air, as long as you put foundations underneath them. Next slide. The other one. Your dream, your desire. It's a beautiful quotation. Focus more on your desire than on your doubt, and the dream will take care of itself. Many of us have the dream because the dream is our lifeblood. The dream is something that we can imagine, but we must have the desire too. The desire comes after the dream. So I have this tagline called your dream, your desire. Isn't that wonderful rhyme, isn't it? So this one is called syndeton. It's a rhetorical device where you have a YD in parallel fashion. If you have the dream, no need to worry, because you have the desire. You no need have the doubt. As long as you have the desire, the dream will take care of itself. Next slide. Now, writing the book is not so much about the money. Yes, you can recover your money in no time. But to me, it's more important is to leave a legacy for your children, for your children's children. Once you're gone, you're gone. Once you have Alzheimer, once you have your brain dead, you cannot write, you cannot think. Whenever you want to do something, you cannot do it. It is like people say, wow, I want to go around the world, I want to travel, but you never manage it. By the time you cannot walk your wheelchair, I want to travel. You still can, but it's so difficult. Isn't it? Why you can walk, you can see, you can move, go to travel, see the world. While your brain is still working, your hand is still working, get a computer, type your story. So your life, your legacy, your dream, your desire. So you can paint an amazing story before it's too late. The moment you finish, you know what happens? You wake up, you see the rainbows on the horizon. Beautiful rainbow. That is the journey of your life. It doesn't matter whether your book is about your life, the book about your work, or it's a non-fiction book. You know, how to be a hero, how to be a good public speaker, how to be a role model, you know, how to live a life, whatever you want, it doesn't matter. As long as The work is from your heart. Remember that rainbow will appear when you have finished the book. Next slide. The moment you write the first chapter, a dawn is waiting for you. You can see the pictures. How beautiful is the scenery? How beautiful is along the horizon, isn't it? While looking at it, you know that your heart is beating fast. You want to be there. You want to see. See, a new dawn is waiting means that a new beginning, something great is waiting for you when you decide to write the book. I remember when I first decided to write the book in 2003. Wow. I couldn't sleep. The moment I typed on the keyboard, I could never stop. So within 9 months, that book was born. Whenever you do something, it's a new dawn waiting. I remember Boris Johnson. When he became the Prime Minister of UK, getting up from his number 10 Downing Street, he said to the people of UK, a new dawn is waiting. Exactly the same cross I'm sharing with you. A new dawn is waiting. Boris Johnson is still the Prime Minister of UK. Next slide. Yes, Ernest will show you the way. I'm known as Earnestly Speaking. I don't mince the word. I will show you the way how to write the book. Nothing is impossible. Though writing the book, I mentioned that it is the hardest thing, but it can be done. Next slide. So who is Ernest Chen? These are the state medals I received. But honestly, I tell you, I've yet to wear them on my blazer or on my jacket. You can see two of the medals still have the plastic pouch in it. You know, I never use them. I put it in my drawer. So I took it out last year and take a photograph, make sure that. Then I realized, hey, I got so many of them. I couldn't even remember. So a state medal is something that you work hard, you're being honored. That's good enough. You know, nothing to show off. Nothing really. You know, as I mentioned to you, I get to wear them on my blazer. All right, next slide. So these are my books. You can see that, you know, my room here is full of trophies. Or these are some of the books I've written. Next slide. These are the two books that are written during the COVID-19 lockdown, you know, from March, April, May, June, July. 3 or 4 months, I've written 2 books. I've yet to send for the printers, but I will do it maybe in 2 or 3 months' time. You know, these are about 300 or 400 pages books. The Power of Public Speaking, and Be a Business Broker and Start Earning Big Money. In fact, I'm still writing the 2 books. The other one is Train the Trainers, and the next one is my memoir. So all have been in the process really. Actually, I'm writing 2 books at one go. You know, I mean, now they have chopped up 150 pages of each book. Maybe you'll reach 300 pages in a couple of months' time. Next slide. Now I'm going to show you that, in fact, these books I finished already, Master of Ceremonies. Before you write the book, the moment you think of a title, you get the book cover done. So begin with the end in mind. When you see the cover, it will push you to finish the book. So I'm very lucky that I have a wonderful and talented daughter. I told her, I said, Rachel, Papa is going to write a book, Master of Ceremonies. She straight away next day sent me the book covers. So I look at the book covers that inspire me to finish the book. Next slide. This is the book cover. You know, it's very ironic, isn't it? When I finish it, one of my students, she's also a graphic designer, she said, teacher, I will I will give you my book cover. So instead, I use her book cover. So this is the book cover. MC, master the ceremony. Next slide. Now I tell you the 8 reasons to become a writer. Actually, there are more, but these are the 8 main reasons why you have to become a writer. The first one, discover who you really are the moment the book is complete. Many of us want to discover ourselves. What we think is not what we are. But once you finish, you put your heart and soul into the book. And whatever you paint, you write, you draw, the book reflects who you are. You go through, you know what sort of person you are. The second reason, experience change in life. Break barrier to become a better person. From the day one, you start writing the book, from the end of the day, it could be 12 months, it could be 6 months, it could be 3 months. It doesn't matter. You finish the book. Normally what you do is that you read through again, look for the mistake, you edit again, you send to me, I did for you, I polished for you. At the end of the day, before it's sent to printer, you can see, wow, a masterpiece. Then you reflect back. When I first started, I couldn't really remember how did I manage to sit down and finish the first chapter. But chapter beget chapter. Chapter 1 to chapter 2 to chapter 10 to chapter 20. The moment you finish, you break the barrier. See, breaking barrier is never easy in life. But if you manage to break the barrier, that means you go through the journey of the life. There are many, many chapters in our life, but this is only one of the chapters in our life, one of the segments in our life that we have to travel through. You can see the change in you. How to change? First, you establish to be a speaker and author. The moment you're an author, you better learn to speak, because there will be people who will ask you to speak. This is the opportunity to show off a little bit of your skill. This is the opportunity to sell your book. Selling book is never easy. You put in the bookshop, you think the people will buy the book from you. There are millions of books. Why should they pick a book? But then when you are the speaker, you tell people about the content of the book. This is where, after your talk finish, people will queue up to buy the book from you and ask you for autograph. This is one way of getting rid of your book. And this is one way recovering some of the investment that you put in. So this is another way for you to become a celebrity. How nice, isn't it? So learn to be a speaker, and then you can sell your books. Sharing stories from the book is the best thing in life. I really enjoy it when people say, Ernest, come. No, I have 100 people come and share, in a Rotary Club, in the Lions, whatever, Then you just go and tell about what happened in the book and how you write the book, or the content of the book, whatever you want, which angle, and talk about. At the end of the day, you tell them, well, I have a few books here. You want to buy? How much is it? I will give you autograph. People will queue up and pay you the money and get the book from you. The next one, develop dedication and discipline. 3 Ds for you to finish your book. You develop yourself from nobody to somebody, and then you become a writer. To finish the book, you must have dedication. No dedication is very, very difficult. So from dedication, you go into discipline. Discipline means that you tell yourself, every day I'll sit down and spend 1 or 2 hours in front of the computer and type my story. If you miss a day, you make sure that the next day you double the hours. So discipline will help you to complete the book. Why is it so difficult to be a writer? Because we don't have the discipline. See, discipline is something that you learn in the army. Discipline is something that you learn in the university. Discipline is a very important quality of a man. Next slide. Yes, the next one is fantastic. Use the book as a name card. When you go out to look for somebody, and then book will open the door for you. Somebody will say that, can I have your name card? Very sorry, I did not bring the name card. However, this is my name card. So you give them the book. Say, sorry, I don't have the name card, but I have the book here. This is my name card. See? So people say, wow, you are an author, Ernest. Gee, wow, this is a fantastic book. It opened the door for me. And give the book away, because the book is the foundation to build the rapport with the person that you're going to meet. And the book has become the investment for you. The people who receive the book instead of the name card, you will treasure it. Chances are you can have a good relationship with the person. So not many people use this thing, but I advise you, use it. Because the book, the person who received the book can remember you for life. Provided he read the book. If he doesn't read the book, we still remember the cover. So for him to see you later on is easy. The next one, be the implied authority of your trade. Chances are you may write something about your profession. If you are the CEO of the company, you can write something, the trouble I've gone through, how I remodeled the company, how I changed the concept of the company, or if you are the manager of the company, how you manage the company, how you manage the workforce, and how you implement certain changes, whatever it is. So when you start writing the book, you have done a lot of research. When the book is published, people will say that you are the authority of that trade. Because it's printed. And then people can see that it is a book. There are many people maybe better than you, but they did not spend the time to write the book. They did not spend the time to publish the book. They only talk, but no book. You can talk and you have the book. So you are the implied authority. I remember, who was it? One of the richest men, GE CEO. I think he retired already. Jack Welch. Isn't it? I mean, fantastic, isn't it? GE. It changes from engineering company to a finance company, and then of course, as he wrote the book, how he transformed the company. You see, so he's the implied authority of the transformation of business. The next one, be an influencer to change the world. We all know that Al Gore, of course, the former vice president under, who was it? Bill Clinton. Later on, he ran for president, he lost, he get out of politics and became a spokesman for environment control. He's a spokesman for Save the Mother Earth. You can look in the website, he has 20 books under him. So people talk about, anti-pollution, save the Mother Earth, and all those things that we want to protect the world that we live in today. We think of Al Gore because he's the influencer to the people, protect the Mother Earth, get away the pollution and so forth, climate changes. So everybody know Al Gore. So you can be the influencer to change the world. The last is the most important one. Be a role model to the next generation. Leave a lasting legacy. To me, the lasting legacy is worth everything.
Yeah, coming.
We all know that we cannot live forever, but the book can live forever. You're not around, but your books are around for your grandchildren, for your grandchildren's grandchildren. I don't know whether you could see them from the heaven or not, but your books will be remembered. Your great-grandchildren may not have seen you, but they see you inside the book. So my dear friends, these are the 8 big reasons why you should become a writer. Do not procrastinate. Be one. Next slide. Well, other than the 8 big reasons, other benefits. You enjoy passive income. The books will sell by yourself, e-book or physical books in Takashimaya, Kinokuniya, Popular Bookshop, whatever. So you don't know, one day you receive the check, you say, oh, we sold 10 books already, here's the check. You see, passive income. Of course, if you want to sell more, you have to go around the circuit and make the talk and give the talk. That is the come. Enjoy living the world, speakers. You can travel in the cruise ship. They won't charge you anything, but they say that provided you give 1 or 2 talks along the journey. Why not? Have a 3 holidays and enjoy speaking. Maybe sell the books along the way. Enjoy living the world, speakers. And the next one, enjoy being a celebrity. All writers are celebrities because you have the book in your name. Not easy to be a celebrity, but this is the shortest cut that you can be a celebrity. A speaker, a writer is a celebrity. Next slide. Is now or never. Well, stop thinking, start writing. I love this song, Is Now or Never, by Elvis Presley. Beautiful song. Those of you who have not heard Elvis Presley or seen Elvis Presley before, go into YouTube and hear this song. In life, we always remember it's now or never. Because if you don't do it, you'll never do it. Until you attend another talk and then your heart burning fast. Yeah, I won't do it. So remember, stop thinking, start writing. When you start writing, you'll never stop. Next slide. Why you can succeed? Well, in my class, I think I have done 7 intakes already. In the group spirit, everybody influence everybody. Everybody urge everybody on. So with a mentor like Ernest Chen, I always push and I always mentor. And I will inculcate the spirit of dedication and discipline to the students. So that I give you the time, you have to finish it. So it's time bound. Of course, you can say it's timeless. The moment you finish the book, it's a timeless treasure. But when you're writing the book, there's time bound. There is a limit time. I'm going to finish it in 6 months. I'm going to finish it in 12 months. It doesn't matter, 1 year or 2 years, but you have to finish because before your brain goes senile, before your brain, your brain's still there, still can think. Another thing is you must have a conducive ambience. If you think that you cannot write at home, go to library, come to my office and write. I got a very conducive office, and then you can have a partners, a few friends to write together. Within 3 hours, maybe you finish one chapter. So always have a discipline and you can succeed. Of course, we all know that J.K. Rowling, the famous Harry Potter author, right? She went around to all the coffee shop, to cafe, to the restaurant just to write because she could not write at home. So eventually, she wrote so many books on Harry Potter and makes millions and billions of dollars. So this is a very exceptional case. But as long as you have 10% of J.K. Rowling's spirit, you can succeed. Nothing can stop you. Next slide. The barriers and challenges. First, age is not a barrier. People say, hey, I'm too old. Yes. In fact, old equal to wisdom.
This back lah, this one nicer.
Age is not a barrier.
Very big.
English is not a barrier. We all speak English. My English is no good. Doesn't matter. You write, I edit for you. I add in a little bit of magic to your English language. Nowadays, the moment you start writing, it never ends. So remember, age is not a barrier. Provided you have no sickness, you still can think. In fact, the older you are, the better, because there's so much stories to tell. At the same time, it's the wisdom that push you through. We all speak English, no problem. Money is not a problem. Because the moment you finish, you get printed, you get your money back straight away. So it's a slight investment, small investment. Publish your book is no problem. Always self-publish. Why I call that self-publish? Because nobody gonna publish for you. Who are you? Right? At first, when I first started, I thought all the publishers rush to publish a book. That was my biggest mistake in the year 2000. I went around 2 or 3 publishers. They said, Ernest Chen, who are you? After that, the reality sank into me. Yes, who are you? Even though if they manage to publish for you, you know how much you will get when they sell the book? They only give you 7% only. Then I discover you're lucky they give 15%. See, I've gone through all those things. So eventually, self-publish the thing where you control everything. It's a small amount of investment. In fact, I went to China. I get my book translated into Chinese. I went to see the publisher, Nanjing University publisher and Beijing University. They said, hey, Chen Shensen, you have to pay us $2,000 before we publish for you. I understand that. And I know. Because if they're willing to publish for you, you get the name and they invite you to come and give talks. This is the time you make money. So publish your own book. It's no problem at all. I'll teach you. It's very easy. Second, barrier and challenges. The ideas. What you write is from the heart, from your head. So you have no problems of getting ideas. It's all yours. Your life, your business, your families, your friends, the political situation that you face along the journey of your business or along the journey of your friendship. Isn't it? I mean, the association that you join, the people that you help. See, there's so many things inside us. We can write 10 books, actually. We can write 10 books. So you must have the confidence. You embrace the confidence. The confidence is inside you. When you're 50 years old, you have 50 years of ideas. Motivation. We are here to motivate one another. We are here to motivate that all of us can be writers. Motivation is the journey of success. Without motivation, we cannot live on. Why we can live amidst the COVID-19? Because we motivate each other. We can do something. That is the reason why I could finish the 2 books. If not for COVID, I don't think I could finish the 2 books. I would do other things. But COVID-19 motivated me to do something. Fear. President Roosevelt said, there's nothing to fear except fear itself. Well, fear is only the figment of imagination. Fear is something that we think and heart feel. There's nothing that we cannot solve really. So fear is nothing. I can change you from fearful to fearless. Many of us have fear of public speaking. Yeah, I conduct a course, change them from fearful to fearless speaker. So nothing to worry about. Fear is not a barrier. The moment you understand the concept of fear, it's all in the mindset, you change. Next slide. Why 99% of the people dare not to perform? See, I'm playing with the word D and P. Right? D, dare. P, perform. It's true. The moment if you dare to complete the book, if you have the ability to complete a book, you belong to the 1% of those people. 1%. First, dream is not powerful enough. I have a dream. Yeah, like Martin Luther King say, I have a dream. No, Martin Luther King really believed in the dream. He fought for it, but he died before he can fulfill the dream. But his dream has become a reality. But of course, still can be better. Dream is not powerful. When your dream is not powerful, you cannot perform. You got to be powerful to get the dream and then leave out the doubt, and you can write the book. The second one, discipline is not power excellence. It simply means that your discipline is not good enough. Discipline is like a roadmap that you write down and you follow through. Spend certain number of hours per day, per week. And tell yourself that within this month or within the next one, every month 2 chapters, every month 3 chapters, or every week 1 chapter. So discipline can help you to achieve your dream. Deadline is not perfect. We are chasing for deadline every now and then. When you're working for a company, your boss said that, I want the report by next Monday. I want the report by tomorrow. Please bring me your report on my desk tomorrow at 9 a.m. See, deadline. But it's not perfect because you cannot meet the deadline. You are dead then. You must have the deadline and deliver the thing. Deliver the thing. Desire is not passion. We all have a passion to do a lot of things. We all have passion to fulfill certain things. Some people join Toastmasters. Some people become good speakers because they have passion. They're passionate about certain things you can fulfill. People who take part in the Olympic Games because they're passionate about certain sport. The swimmers, the divers, the riders, the horse, the runners, the volleyball players, the football players, they're all so passionate. When you're passionate in certain things, you can achieve it. The desire got to be there. Now the hottest thing for the youngsters around the world is to be a football player and be a team player in the English Premier League. You know how much a good footballer in the English Premier League worth? Every week, they are paid £100,000, then 200,000 Singapore dollars. Some of them even get 300,000, that means $600,000 per week. The salary is based on week. You see your check go into your bank account every week. So roughly, some of them make $1 or $2 million a month. So 1 year, how much money you make? So all these youngsters, they want to be like nowadays the hottest Lionel Messi, Salah, Roberto Firmino. Isn't it? So these are the people that make big money and they want to be a footballer. Not only that, David Beckham become a celebrity, right? So your desire is passionate enough, you're passionate to be a footballer, you train. You know how old when you train? When you were 6 years old, you start training already. So by the age of 16, the talent scout will look for you and say that you have the desire, you have the future. But by 16, 17, you still cannot make it, even though you're 21, 25, very hard to make it. But even though you don't play in the top notch, you play in the bottom, maybe division 2 or 3, you still make a couple of $1,000s a week. So everybody wants to be a superstar celebrity, they join the football. So you cannot be a footballer, you be a writer. The last one, decisiveness is not pronounced. It means it's not pronounced that your decision. Decisiveness in us is the decision maker. Yes, I want to be a writer. Yes, I want to finish the book. Yes, I want to publish the book. So you dare to perform. Next slide. All right, next slide. So this is the class I had it last year. All right, next slide. Next slide. See, this is my training room. I have a big training room in my office, and then about 15 of them come in at different time. You know, they bring the computers to write the books. Okay, next slide. So sometimes we have a videographer to video the whole thing. Next slide. Change is coming. I saw these posters in one of the shopping center in Bangkok last year. And I thought, wow, fantastic. Change is coming. So how many of us tell ourselves that I'm going to be a writer, change is coming. Beautiful tagline. Next slide. Now ask yourself, do you have the grit, guts, and gumption, 3G? Do you have the grit, guts, and gumption to proceed to conquer your inner self? See, finishing the book, writing the book is all about internal, intrinsic value in us, internal power in us, not so much about physical. When you have the internal power, inner feeling, the desire, the passion, the decision that you have, chances are you can proceed. You can finish the book. Sometimes we don't have the grit, we don't have the guts, and then we don't have the gumption. The three important words combined together can pave the way for you to finish your book. Grit, guts, and gumption. Next slide, I think it's the last slide already. Next slide. Okay. When can I start? This is my mobile number and this is my email. You can write it down. You can always contact me. You email to me. If anything you're not sure and anything you'd like to learn, you can come to my office, have a cup of coffee, have a tea. We can talk, we can chat, you talk about your life. I'm very happy. I welcome people come to my office, have a chit chat about their life, their future, what difficulties they face. And I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a psychiatrist, but I studied psychology for 1 year in my university days. So understand a little bit of psychology. I studied economics at the University of Sydney. And I did my MBA at Andrews University. I managed to get a PhD in Florida University. So to me, learning is a journey, not a destination. You learn because you have more things up here and you can share the knowledge with people. So sharing knowledge is my passion. If a person has nothing to share, they may have nothing to look forward to. Sharing knowledge is touching people's life. When you touch people's life, you also touch yourself. You tell yourself that what I've gone through will not go down to waste, will not go down to the drain because I've touched people. See, all my life, I always want to touch people. When I was young, I started joining Boys Brigade, Boy Scout, Red Cross in school. I love to share. And I've been a volunteer on many non-governmental organizations. I served YMCA for 36 years as a board member. I also YMCA CO for 2 years. So I enjoy traveling for YMCA meetings around the world. While I get all the medals from government because I served in the Thompson constituency also for 30 over years. Until they kicked me out, they said, Ernest, you're too old already. You become a patron. Never mind, doesn't matter. And then the last 3 years, they changed the MP, changed the advisor every time. Sometimes they demarcate the boundary. It changes. I don't know why. Before I served under Liu Hongji 24 years. After he retired, then we have every 4 years with different MP. So this is the way, the government operates. They sort of shift the boundary here and there. It doesn't really matter because, of course, what I help other people, that Singaporeans, I really enjoy serving the community. It's really fantastic. I really enjoy giving talks. So this is the thing that I really enjoy sharing. That's why I'm in the training and coaching business. So I believe that this has come to the last segments, and this is the last slide. And those people who want to ask questions, please type it in the chat and we'll start answering all the questions. Anything, even though how silly the question is, not silly actually. Just ask. Let me see whether there's any people ask the questions. Let me see. Check.
Okay, I've unmute everyone. There are some questions already in the chat. Ernest can address them. The rest of you, if you got any question, please just speak up.
All right. Let me see. Can you tell us more about self-publication? How to go about? All right, I start from one. Can you tell us more about self-publication? How to go about? This self-publication simply means that first, you get the international standard ISBN, standard book number, from the National Library Board, NLB. You type into the, what they call it, National Library Board website, and tell them that you give them the title and tell them that you are Singaporean or you are the permanent resident, doesn't matter, give your IC number, and then they'll give the number. There are 13 numbers, you can see that the numbers here. All right, ISBN. So it's free. It's free, very easy. The moment you have the number ready, and make sure when you print, you put at the back. That is called, put the number at the back. Make sure when you go for printing to print, you give the printer your number. And then you write the number at the third page of your book. Third page of your book. You put here. So all these are easy. Then, of course, before you go to print, you'll make sure that you get a designer, get the people who can format the book for you. Everything, the cover also very important. When everything is done, then you negotiate with the printer for the price. And at the particular page, you put the ISBN number. You also put who is the publisher. You yourself is the publisher. You don't need a company. Like I said, David Chong is a personal publisher. But you have a company name, you put the company. For me, by company, Interconnects Management Private Limited, then I put down published by Interconnects Management Private. That's it. Very easy. So when you get printed, Singapore government also, right? They want to get free books. You present to them 2 free books. Remember, give them 2 free books. You can slot in any of the library branches. You just go to the inquiry counter. You say, this is my 2 books. Which is the number and what is your name? You give it to them, and your job is done.
How about publicity? You want to market your book, you have to do it yourself, right? There's no publisher to do it for you.
Of course.
Who is that?
I think it's free, man. You don't expect to sit down there, people knock on your door. People don't even know you, isn't it? People don't even know you. So you must get a marketing, that means that they call it market distributor, book market distributor. There are few in Singapore. They come to see me, I give you the name of those people, and then they can market for you. But remember, when they market for you, they'll take 60%. Minimum 60%, sometimes 70%, because they have to give to the bookshop. Say, all right, ABC company, if your book is $30, 60%, so $12, you give it to the. So $12, he has to give to the Kinokuniya or popular bookshop, isn't it? 40–50%. So a distributor make about 10–20%.
Okay.
So give it to them. after all, your book, when you go for printing, it's only $2 or $3 only. It's not like printing is cheap. It's not difficult, but then you must have the right printer. Some printer charge you $3, some printer charge you $7. So must find the right printers. This I can help you and let you, get the quotation, go and see them, Okay.
You can sell online also, right? Like go to Amazon or all these
that
places.
is even easier. That doesn't cost you money. Then of course you sign up as a member, and then they take the commission from you. Amazon, they call it Kindle book, very easy. Very Kindle. They take, I think, I can't remember really. I think they take 40-50%. I cannot remember. That's not so much, because after all, you don't have to pay for printing, right? You just send the thing, but comply with the publication. They'll tell you the size of the book and all those things. This is not difficult. This is the easiest to say than done. The hardest thing, of course, is your time, investment in the time. But time is free, relatively, right? It's up to you. Some people say, hey, my 1 minute is $1, my 1 hour is $200. It's up to you. Even $100,000 is up to you. It's like, actually, it's free. It's up to you. It's free. Take it as a free. It's better that way. Then it's what you cost is editing, take the book cover, and get it printed. That's it. And then you come to me, you attend the course, I charge you a small fee. That's it. This is a small investment you have to take. All right, next question. Let me see. I would like to write about a real life unpleasant experience, how to navigate the sensitive content, real people named, especially those bad people in the story. I might get sued. See, you know yourself. The best is use a pseudo name. Correct. If the guy, you want to write very bad thing about a guy called Johnny Tan, of course, don't say Johnny Tan. You can say Chen. Okay, doesn't matter really. All right. That's it. But then if you want to write about the president of America, they are very happy. You just put Donald Trump. In fact, he's very happy. In America, people use the president name because they are very happy. You publicize for the president. Important thing when you write sensitive things, be careful. That's it. Be careful. There are many ways, like you can see in the movies, this and that. It's not like they use different names. They even use a different country, but people who see the story roughly, they know. It's not like, I mean, instead of United States of America, you say United States of Dambuya, right? It doesn't matter. As long as you have a pseudo name, different aspect, you're okay. That is the way. Don't antagonize people for nothing. Where about is your office? All right. My office is in the central of Singapore. 261 Waterloo Street, Bras Basah Road. And it's accessible by Raffles City MRT, Bugis MRT, downtown Bencoolen MRT, Circle Line, Bras Basah, which is only 2 minutes walk only. So my place is very, very convenient. It's next to SMU. In fact, it's right in the SMU campus. Waterloo Center, Waterloo Street.
Waterloo.
So very, very easy, very easy. You just have to WhatsApp me, I'll give you the full address. Very simple. All right, I'm Indonesian living in Jakarta. Yeah. Wow, who is it? Samuel Akia. Yeah. Every year I go to Jakarta to be the chief judge for the Asian speaking competition. At the Venus University. Venus Square, right? They hold this thing for the last 10 years, but I've been the last 7 years really. Chief judge there. Every year is February. But this year I was there just before the COVID closed down. I was there in February the 10th or what now. Then the time already COVID, but it's okay. Very few people use the mask. In fact, I can buy the mask. In Singapore, I could not get a mask. But when I say get a mask, I was surprised. So I went to the shop. Wow, I could get a mask. In the one of the so I bought, I think about a couple of boxes, very cheap. Then a week later, my friend told me, "Hey, Ernest, you bought all the masks already. Now they cannot find any more masks." Yeah. So Jakarta has a good memory for me. In fact, I started training in Jakarta, 1995 in Jakarta. I know the chief, the chairman of the board of trade and industry in Jakarta, Dr. Ismail Abdullah. We met in the ASEAN, European Union and ASEAN Trade Conference in Maastricht, Netherlands. He was sitting next to me. And then it was an 8 days conference, become good friends. When I came back to Singapore 9 months later, he told me, Ernest, come to Jakarta. I said, oh, come and drink coffee. I went down there, he asked me, Ernest, I want you to train my ministry. Wow, I said, there was a tall order. He said, I know you can do it. So this how I started my life in Jakarta. I got many good friends there, you know. And then this guy, I see, let me see, maybe you may know him. What is his name?
Mike Nicholson.
Oh, yeah. Huh?
Mike Nicholson.
What is his name? Let me see his name is here. The book. Let me see. Pijo Handojo. He was the Deloitte accounting firm managing director, but then Deloitte delisted, then he started his own company, PD Tips and Tax Advisory Service. Pijo Handojo Pinato is the chairman of the. He's a big shot there. He's a very big shot. But he's a good speaker. In fact, when I went there to conduct seminar, I said, hey, Rio, come on, give a talk. So we went there just to give a talk off the camp. That answer your question.
Yeah.
Right? Not difficult. Not difficult. You can go online and write the book. You know, because something to share is important. Something to share, that is the best treasure of all. You know, leave a legacy. Anybody? Let me see. Which is better, paperback or ebook? Of course, you must publish out. You know, ebook is nothing. Because really, ebook is there already. Correct? That's just like, you know, I mean, we're speaking on offline is nothing. All right, but always get a physical book. Understand? Always get a physical book, because when you die, the ebook, nobody can trace it. You don't know what sort of secret code or password that you have a computer that they don't know, right? Your children will know, your grandchildren will know. But then if you print and then you keep it in the treasure box, your grandchildren open the box. Why my grandfather or my great grandfather got so many books? They start reading it because people like to hold the book. Am I right? They want to hold the book. See, always print the book. Keep it. Don't worry. You won't throw away. If people throw away the books, that means the person is throw away the treasure. I've seen people, you know, somebody throw away. It hurt my heart. The book is the treasure. You can throw away money, never mind, but don't throw away the book. All right? Especially your own book, your friend's book. Don't throw away. Money you can change, can make. The book's very hard to find because the person could die already. How do you want to publish again? Very difficult. It's not like people redo the format again to be printed. Treasure the book. This is the legacy. Right? This is the legacy. I really enjoy writing books now. Thanks for COVID almost. Before that, I never find time. I have time, but the discipline, right? And now I force myself come to office, sit down, you know, every day 3 hours, every day. Then I have another one coming out, 3 books already getting to be printed. All right, next question. How can we be so sure that people will read our book? For instance, I see one of your book title, Power Purpose. May right have the same title? Yes. I know there's one in Indonesia, right? I know because Charles Bono, Charles Bona, is that his name? I can't remember. Very well-known Indonesian broadcasters and all these things. In fact, before he became well-known, he also corresponded with me in the early years. You know, I met him once. Yeah. I think he also got a book called The Power of Publicity. It doesn't matter, really. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, when people buy the book, if there are 3 titles the same, they look through the content. Yeah. Whether it's a thin book, big book, important thing, the reader must read word by word, understand the meaning of it, and make use of it, because that is the knowledge.
Yeah.
This is connective power. All right. You read the book, you improve your connective power. Connective means that reasoning, understanding the whole thing. If you don't master the connective power, then you must have the attitude to embrace those things. And eventually, you embrace the skill, whatever been taught in the book. This is very important, the skill. So in training, when I train people to be a speaker, I talk about knowledge, skill, and attitude. KSA. These are the 3 important parts of learning. 3SA. Okay, anymore? How much do you charge for your workshop? Yeah. Never mind. Come to me, talk to me. All right? If you smile at me, you talk to me, I do special.
Very nice.
Somebody asked about.
You must dare to ask. But then if you can afford, don't bargain too much because I also want to be like you, It's not like some people are so rich. I say, why you want to bargain for this amount of money? You cannot put the money in the coffin. Then put in the coffin, they still burn also. It's not like nowadays you burn everything. You burn everything away. What is the point? Right? So money loss is nothing. Friendship loss is something. Character loss is everything. Remember this quotation, Money loss is nothing. Friendship loss is something. Character loss is everything.
Ernest, somebody asked about ghostwriter. Do we have to wait for 7 months to find a ghostwriter?
Ernest Chen is always there, right? I mean, if people cannot find me, if you type in Ernest Chen in the group. In fact, I got 2 people from overseas, they type in Ernest Chen, and then they appear already, right? They appear already. Right? Important thing is, I mean, ghostwriting is never easy because you need to talk to the person and you need to understand the person. So the moment you write like exactly what the person is writing, that's called ghosting. Exactly like him. So go to be like him, go to understand him, go to drink coffee with him, chit chat with him, not sleep with him, right? Cannot, right? Maybe partner with him together, get to know him, be a good friend, then you can be a good ghostwriter. Some people ghostwriter don't see the person, just take the money. You cannot. You must understand the behavior, just like people acting, act like somebody. So the producer, director said, no, you go to the house, go to the place, the fellow visitor, and understand. So that is the way to understand, to make sure that if the person is dead, make him comes alive. It's very important. You must make him comes alive. Story makes alive. All right. No problem at all. So giving thanks. And any more questions? I see that now. How do we get great ghostwriter? Okay, now ghostwriter you have already, right? And then any more? I was surprised, so few questions. All of you are so great, man. You seem to know everything.
I think I'll invite someone from SAYS to say a few words. Where is someone from SAYS here?
Yeah. Say a few words. Why not?
Where's Irene V? She was here somewhere.
Yeah, Irene. I saw Irene. Irene, young and powerful SAYS officer.
Now I cannot
Vice
find her.
President. Vice President, right?
Yeah. But now I
But she's
lost her.
very wise, isn't it? She's wise, not vice.
Yeah, right. And anybody want to make any announcement, say a few words, get to know each other?
Yeah. Good. It's good idea to introduce yourself one by one.
Or some. Now I lost Irene. Maybe I'll get Anne Marie was here. No, where's Anne Marie?
Maybe I say some words, Ban Ping.
Yeah, sure. That is Elaine is the deputy treasurer, so she's very
Oh,
important.
Elaine is treasurer, so you're the money lady.
Yeah. So,
Now looking at the writing book. Okay. Yeah, just a few words about SAYS. We are SAYS stands for Singapore Association for Continuing Education, and we are a charity organization that organize courses for the adult learners, and we are all our courses are subsidized by NSA. So there's a substantial discount for those courses that we offer. So if you're interested to know more about what courses on offer, you can visit our website at www.says.
Actually, no need to worry. You put
Yeah, you just clean the
already. No need to worry.
just clean
Everybody knows.
the keyword.
Yeah,
And then you will know more about us. It's all in our website. So I leave you to search for yourself what we are doing. Thank you.
short and sweet.
now this is again our president from SAYS. Perhaps
right?
Yeah. This is President Adrian Teo.
Organization.
A bit soft, huh?
Treasurer has forgotten. We are not a charity organization. We do not provide.
A bit soft,
can't hear.
Adrian.
Soft.
Cannot hear you. You are not muted, but I think there's some system issue.
Wait. All right. Is this better now?
Only a bit better. Still very soft.
Still very soft. Still very soft. Is this better?
Can hear a bit soft, but we can hear.
Okay. Well, let me check my voice again. That better?
Yeah, much better.
Okay. No, I just wanted to make a correction to what our Assistant Treasurer Elaine said, that we are a charity organization. I must correct that. We are not a charity organization. We're an educational organization that is community-based, that together within people of like-mindedness, we want to ensure that even as we age, we are earnest learners. We want to learn. Like Ernest is a good example of someone who keeps learning, whether it's speaking, writing, and so you pick up a skill and you keep going. Yeah. So it's the skilling yourself for the future, whatever that future is. That's what we do, right? And I would love for most of you, if you can, to kind of join SAYS. Yeah. It's an association, so we come together, we challenge each other, we look for new things. So we have courses, CAFER courses, activities, and the activities are exciting. We travel, we eat food together, we play Rumi Cube, we do a lot of things. Go jalan-jalan, etc. Right? So CAF are the functions. So we have our regular functions for members, where we go on retreats and we, re-energize each other and all that. And lastly, there are events, major events, symposiums that look into aspects that are really challenging, whether it's philosophical matters, psychological matters, theological matters, and we are pretty open and believe a lot in diversity of views, but ultimately that as humans, we are all precious. All of us are precious. So again, I like, Ernest, what you said. It's not about your language. It's not about how much experience you've got. So long as you speak from the heart, you are precious. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, our President. Is there anybody who has some important message to share? I think my friend Rihanna is still. She always has a lot of exciting news for us. Talk to us, Rihanna.
Hi, everyone. I'm Rihanna here. Nice to be here. This is my first SACE meeting. I always cannot match up the time with whenever there's a meeting, but I'm so glad to be here, and I'm so glad to hear Ernest. And I love what he said about mindset, and that's something amazing because that's what I do as well. I do mindset transformation. And I really, really believe that if you have the right mindset, you can achieve anything and you can do anything. So I do have a program called Regaining Your Power, which is all about mindset, changing your thinking, because a lot of us sabotage ourselves with our habits and our behaviors, but these habits and behaviors come from our past. So I help you unblock them. So do get in touch with me, or if there's something I can help you with, do let me know. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I propose you get in touch with Elaine or someone in SACE. There are 1,000 over members that may require the training. It can help them with the mindset and stuff like that. All you need to do is get your course accredited for government funding as well, and I think you can conduct training in SACE.
Okay, great. I'll talk. Shall I talk? Okay, maybe I'll get in touch. Yes, I will do that. Thank you so much, Banpeng. Thank you.
Okay, welcome. Who else is here? I think my school teacher, Mr. Gok Yu King, is here. Gok Yu King is into, I think, depression management and things like that. Perhaps you want to talk to us about exactly what you do?
Yes, I've retired for about 20 years. And I've also written a book about 20 years ago on cultivating your creativity. After that, I've stopped writing, except that right now I'm interested in something about sharing my experiences in how to manage prevention, depressed emotion. So that has been, I only realized that, or upon reflection, that this is an emotion that has, infiltrated my whole life. And that I think I've got a lot of things to share, because, it's not easy to tell somebody and share about your emotion, especially the toxic emotion, because of the shame factor. Most people don't like to share, but I'm willing to share because I'm already at this age where I think that, if I can leave behind something to help somebody to overcome their toxic emotion, even if I can help just one person, that would be enough. That's why I've written a blog on Facebook for more than a year. I've got about 175 members in this private group. And I think I've shared quite a bit of my experiences there. And normally you'll find that, prevention of depression is a very, very tricky thing. It is a subject that is very, you can say, so profound, so mysterious that nobody wants to talk about depression. Even many psychologists I've read, from some sources that say that, many psychologists even believe that depression cannot even be prevented. How ridiculous. From my own personal experience, it can be prevented. So there's a lot of misinformation outside there, So as a result, you find that no wonder there's a spike in depression in our pandemic times now, because people, there are a lot of sources which tell us that it cannot be prevented. Anyway, I talked enough. I think
Okay.
I'll pass it back to
Yeah,
Wan.
thank you.
Thank you very
YK.
much to Ernest. He has given a very interesting talk.
I will connect you to one of the sales persons who is in charge of course development. You have a very good idea and course that can help many people. Maybe you can get your course accredited for sales training.
Yes.
Okay, I'll put you in touch.
I will collaborate with you later on.
Yes, very good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have a sales member here, To Chi Kan. He's conducting some course, but I cannot remember what course he conduct. Maybe he'd like to share. Chi Kan, tell us about the course you are conducting for sales.
Okay, I am actually a filmmaker by profession, now retired, and I'm actually using all the past experience as a professional to put together a curriculum, which is very different than any other courses in town. Okay, because most people teach people how to shoot videos and edit videos, and more on the technical side and very little on the psychological and emotional side. Okay, so what I teach is filling in the blanks where most people left off, and which is how to deliver the message, tell the story. And the most important part of video production is not just putting some images or sound and action together, but actually at the end is influencing minds. You're carrying the audience from beginning to the end. So some people tells me that, like especially these days, all these web experts are saying that, oh, you cannot have any videos on YouTube or on that you want to market something that's longer than 1 minute. Okay, but I've done 1.5 minute documentaries before, 1 hour TV programs before on documentaries and things like that. And it's not the duration, it's how you do it and how to capture these people's attention and bring them consciously, calculatively, and just from beginning to the end, and make sure that they would stay there and they would listen and they would watch from beginning to end, and make sure that it's fulfilling. When you can, it's like telling a story or writing a book, what you do, but except that you are using your images and sound and music and action and film grammar to tell the story.
Thank you, Chi Kan. Those who are interested to learn how to tell your story without writing a book, please contact SAYS. Chi Kan will help you tell your story with a movie and how to shoot the movie.
Actually, the next run of the video story course is in September 3rd. So anybody who's interested, you can sign up at our website now.
SAYS website, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Chi Kan. Thank you for sharing, and thank you for offering your services to so many other non-SAYS members. For those who sign up as SAYS members, I think you can register for the course at a very special rate as well. Am I correct, Chi Kan?
What?
SAYS, if the people here sign up as a member of SAYS,
yes,
they can benefit at a lower fee.
Oh yes, yes. What's safe is that because we're a non-profit organization, so what we do is that we offer our members the SAYS membership subsidy. What happens if you actually join as a member, your membership fee can be used to offset the cost of the course, So if you're a 5-year member, you pay $100 and $50 for entrance fee, so $150. That $150 of membership actually you can use it to cover the cost. So you can even take my course and still have some change, some credit left. Yeah. So actually it's a very good deal to be a SACE member, besides having all the activities. Yeah.
Is your course government funded?
The course actually is 90% funded by the government. Actually, we are a National Silver Academy, so most of the course fees are being funded by the government. So they say 80%, but actually it's 90% in a way.
Wow.
So actually you're only paying a little small fraction of the cost. And if you go and compare other courses in this category, even the polytechnic course, which is 2 days or even shorter and not as complete and not as working as mine. Actually, I compared that with others, and they're more than double the cost. And if
Wow.
you're a member of SACE, actually you pay maybe 1/10 or 1/20th of the cost of somebody's paying. You know?
Wow, wow. Yeah, thank you. So there you are, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to attend how to produce your own story on video, then you contact SACE or contact directly to Chikan, and you can enjoy it at a very, very promotion rate through SACE membership.
Actually, we have some success stories before. Last year, the Zhao Bao short film winner was one of the ex-learner of my course. And,
wow.
And also another one was another lady who's a housewife composer. She wanted to do her own music video. And then even she managed to have a music video on YouTube. And also she had a mini concert at the Esplanade at the recital studio. And also last year, she composed and sung and put together an MV for the National Day Parade, National Day songs, So actually got interviewed from the radio and newspaper and all that. So there were some actually pretty good success story from the course. And this is the 12th run of the course already. Since 2015, we had 11 runs before.
So now
It's quite a proven course, actually.
Excellent. Okay, thank you, Chikan. For those, I think Josephine want to ask a question. Let us spotlight Josephine.
Yes. In fact, I found this invitation through University of Hull from one of my good schoolmate, I would say, from University of Hull, UK. Myself, I'm an entrepreneur. I volunteer for lecturing in inland China, and my focus is on entrepreneurship. So I'm very much based on business, but here most of you are writers or plan to write, like to leave a legacy behind. But for myself, I'm a little bit different. I want to groom up the next generation of the young people. I compare the young, my students are graduates from the University of Chongqing. I do inland travel a lot in China. That was when the government allowed us to travel openly. But my last trip was May 2013. Ever since then, most NGOs are not allowed to get a visa to do training or free courses. We did 15 years for 20 courses. Each course is about an 8-day course. We teach them entrepreneurship, teamwork, and business planning, how to plan to approach for fundings and bankers and investors. So I'm a little bit interested in writing a book, which I wanted to do long ago, but I never had the time, never had the discipline, because I'm serving in a few societies. So I'm serving in a number of chambers of commerce. So in a way, kind of like step out from the corporate world, but I'm still busier than when I'm working. So I'm quite interested to understand a little bit more about book publishing. I note that publishing a book costs a lot of money. I make a lot of inquiry, and I was like
It doesn't cost a
disappointed.
lot of money.
No.
It doesn't cost a lot of money.
Okay.
You are
I was
Josephine.
given a
Black.
code, and I went to a few publishers. I'm like, oh my god, that's a lot
Yeah,
of money.
You talk to Ernest Chen. He will tell you,
Okay,
show
come
you how
and
to
see
do
me.
it at very
Alright.
low. Okay.
Come and see me in my office. I went to Chongqing twice also.
Oh, right.
Chongqing, yeah. I stay in the Sofitel Hotel. You know, Chongqing. A beautiful place, Chongqing, because
Yes.
Okay.
it was a wartime capital of Kuomintang. You know, very nice place. Come to see me. I tell you, you know,
Because I noticed you're a
good to write a book
Toastmaster.
about entrepreneurship. Because in
Yeah.
China, I know a young people who finished the NUS, the NTU, MBA. They went back to China, and then they get funding also in China itself to groom the young entrepreneurs. So you can tell them how to build out the business. Because I also give talks to entrepreneurs quite some time ago. I mean, it's good. Then you write down all the stories, you know, different funding, different countries, a lot of things you can write about. Very soon you can have a very thick book.
But the thing is, I don't know what to focus on because there's so wide a scope in entrepreneurship.
Yeah, no, that's why you need Ernest Chen to help you.
Okay. You got
Ernest
my,
Chen will
you
help
got
you
my
do
phone
it.
number, right?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just come down for a coffee.
Now, we have
Is
someone.
there an age limit for being a member here? Because I noticed most of you are more, experienced, already retired, or already very established
Okay,
people.
I'll get the president to tell you about the age limit to join SACE.
Okay.
Well, actually, SACE has got no age limit as such. You know, anyone can join. I think it's 18, if I'm not mistaken. It's Ministry of Environment, Ministry of Education requirement. We are registered essentially under the Ministry of Education. But some 7, 8 years ago, we got involved with U3A, University Third Age. And so U3A, so the Council of Third Age, essentially then there is a age requirement. You've got to be 50 and above to get the 80 to 90% funding, yeah, that Chikan was talking about. And then the other, 10, 20% comes from Skills Future, which for Singaporeans you have plenty of. Yeah, so it's important. Since I've got your ears, and since there's mention of entrepreneurship and all that, I want to introduce you to David Tan, who is here. David Tan also teaches Chinese students entrepreneurship. So, Bante, if you don't mind, could you highlight David and ask him to say a few words about entrepreneurship?
David,
yes,
it's yours. Tell us what you do for SACE, the exciting business work.
I'm a retired businessman, and I have conducted 2 times how to start small businesses to the SACE members. It's very practical, hands-on, sharing my experiences. I should write a book, Ernest. Anyway, my next course is in November, so look through, sign up as SACE member. Look at it's called starting small businesses. Yeah. What else you want me to share? I think that's it. So far, the research.
What is in the course syllabus, David? What do people learn?
Well, you learn how to interact with one another, business is about people. So that's one of the topic is how to know each other and how to work with each other and work with customers. Another thing would be how to start a small business without capital. That's my first talk.
Wow.
Many people think you need money to start business, but that's not true.
Wow.
Okay. So the first lesson is very important. Altogether, there are 8 lessons spread over 4 days. Morning, afternoon, And I think the first one will be October 29. Every Thursday, day after. Any other questions?
Is this also funded by the government to a high degree?
Yes, yes, yes. I'm surprised the government has such good funding. I joined SACE, I think less than a year, and I just want to help Singaporean, because very few Singaporean actually are trained how to do business. They think, I mean, they go through university. University do not teach people how to do business. They teach people how to work for people.
What is the difference for a person who want to do business? What's the difference whether he attend your course or didn't attend your course?
You notice those people who make it in business are uneducated, mostly. They don't go to university. So that's the, you need certain basic skills, just like you go to university 4 years to study how to work for people. And you come to me, you learn in 8 weeks what it takes to be a businessman. And then you can decide whether you want to be in business. I don't encourage everybody to be in business. It takes a certain personality and certain determination. Yeah.
You certainly have a lot of experience and insights and knowledge. I think time for you to start writing a book, David.
Yes. But by the way,
back when I was in my 30s, my colleague was saying, "Can you write? Can you write?" I say, "I have so many stories to share. Can you write?" I say, "No." So until Ernest is motivating us to count in words.
Yeah.
I think David needs a ghostwriter. Yeah, David.
7 months is coming. Many ghostwriters will come up.
I've gone through David's course, and I've listened to all his stories, particularly his stories about his father, and what wisdom. These are not written in books. Yeah, and David, if you do not write or get a ghostwriter to write this story about you and your father, Singapore will be so much poorer. I'm serious about this, right? That it is critical.
Thank you for the compliment. I don't think.
Yeah, but because it's so valuable. Firstly, there are not too many entrepreneurs in Singapore. Yeah, and David is right. We train people, we educate people to be good followers, and to follow a system and to work for a salary. Yeah, but David and the father, they are not like that. Yeah, and so it'd be good if David. I'm constantly asking him to get this book written.
Okay. Thanks, Adrian.
Okay, I want to invite a friend called Li Mei. Li Mei is a lady with strong beliefs. You must have something that we should record in the book as well, Li Mei. Can you say, unmute yourself?
Please, hello, hi. My place may be a bit noisy because of my aunt's back and the mom's not by myself. So, well, hi. No.
Talk to us.
Yes.
Talk to us, Dimi. You are mute. You unmute first. Okay. That case, we go back to, I think, is there anybody else who want to share some insight, some experience, something about writing a book or making a video or attending a course? If not, then we will invite Ernest to do a summation of what we have covered today. Maybe you want to play your slide so that we can also remember what are the key points you have covered today.
Sure.
David, can you help, David?
All right. Thank you.
Do a summation, yeah.
I think this is the right way to do the summary. In training, we always do summary because what people can remember is always the parting shot, always the last 3 minutes of your speech. Whatever you said earlier on had gone with the wind. Doesn't really matter. As I mentioned, writing the book, it is the most difficult thing in your life. But how difficult it is to show yourself that you can do it. All right, that is very, very important. Actually, you're challenging yourself, not anybody else. It is your dream. It is your desire. It is your legacy. It is your time. I always tell people that the moment you start writing, a new dawn is waiting for you. Because when you finish, a new you will appear. You have a new life. You have a new heart. You have a new mind. And suddenly you find yourself that, wow, I'm somebody. At first, I'm nobody. But now I'm somebody. So a change in you will surface the moment your book finished. Then when you print the book and you start to see, wow, I can do it. A new celebrity is born, and that is you. It is not difficult. If you come down here, have half an hour chat with me, you find that your brain is uncluttered, your brain is loosened, your heart is bubbling, your heart is moving fast, and you want to join the cause because you want to see the end is near. At the moment, you cannot even see the beginning, you cannot even see the ending. Because your mind says, yeah, it's nice to have a book, but I don't know how to start. Talking with me for half an hour, you know that you can start. You don't know what to write. Talking with me, you know something to write. In fact, we have more than 10 books in our head. And now, how to get the 10 books out one by one? Better don't do multitasking. Even though right now I'm writing 2 books at one time, it is not a good deal. It's good to finish book by book. Unless you get stuck. Yeah? For 1 week, you cannot write a single word. Then you put that book aside and write a new book. That is the way to do a little bit of multitasking. But I don't advise you to do multitasking. The moment you finish, you see the change in you. Definitely, that's a big change. And I'm going to share with you how you can recover your money within the first 3 months. Say your investment, including editing, attending my class, get the book printed, everything, maybe $5,000 to $6,000 for me. Nothing much. All right? $5,000 to $6,000. You print 2,000 books. The best is 2,000 books because per book is the cheapest when 2,000 books. If you print 1,000 books, maybe you pay about 15 to 20% more. You don't have to be, have a space to put the extra 1,000 books. To safer, you print 1,000 books. So the book may cost you maybe $3 to $4, about that, maybe $3. So you sell for $30. I'm talking about you sell yourself. All the profit goes to you. You give 50 books to each of your relatives. Or if they say, wow, too many, just give 20 books to all your cousins, your brother, your sister, your nephew, your grandnephew, your nieces, your colleague, your friend, you give away 300 books and say, I will check with you every month. If all 300 books, you sell 200 books. You make $20 a book. You make that $4,000 really. Huh? $4,000 really. But actually, you can make $5 per book. Actually, you can give some commission to the people who sell. Never mind, So give away the commission. You still net $20. That is very fair, really. If no commission, no profit, people will not sell for you. So make net $20. If you sell 250 books, you get back $5,000. Your capital, the initial investment, return on investment, everything finished. Then the rest of the 750 books is called profit. Whatever you sell, passive income comes in. Totally is your money. So you have nothing to worry about. Share with you. It's the first 300 books is the easiest to sell. I always recover all my capital for the first 300 books. Whenever I print, it's 2,000 to 3,000 books because I give a lot of talks. And during the talks, I sell the books. So actually, the other books is running out already. I don't want to show you, the third edition is coming already. In fact, second edition also out already. Also out. So the only thing you have to be proactive. Somebody asks, how to sell. Of course, you have to depend on yourself. And then the only way is to sell to friends. The first 300 sell to friends, colleagues, family members. After that, then let the bookshop sell for you. Never mind. In the bookshop, sometimes they do have, every weekend, they call invited speaker to come and give a talk. Maybe 20 people come listen to you, and then the bookshop will sell the book for you. Never mind, let the bookshop make the money. But when they run out of book, they'll buy from you. Another tips I will share with you. The first 50 books you can sell without discount to National Library Board. They are so happy to nurture local writers. You see, all the profit is yours. Early stage, I was a bit stupid. Actually, I let the book distributor go and sell to National Board Library. So book distributor makes 60%. Now I realize that I can go and sell myself before giving it to the book distributor. So whatever you sell, $35 or list price, you cannot sort of top out the price. You list price. Your list price 35, you sell 35. Your list price 35, you sell 35. So to the national, but because why? The director will buy from you. It's not his own money, government money. Government has the money to let the library buy the books. So nowadays, with so many branches, they may even buy 80 books from you. So imagine the 80 books you already make net profit. So not difficult at all. Not difficult. Provided if they look up inside it's rubbish, then I cannot say much, isn't it? If it's something substantial, good enough, even my books is 300 to 400 pages. Yours is 150, good enough already. Print with a bit of thicker paper instead of 80 gram my paper, you print 100 gram. So this is the technique I can teach you. Increase the font size a little bit, put a bit of graphic. Then your book is presentable. The National Library Board will buy from you. If you're good, they'll buy 100 books for you. So this is all pure profit for you. After all, the person who purchased it is not his money, the government money. All right? So it's easy. Don't waste your time. Now is the time. Stop thinking, start writing. I encourage you, come to see me, and then we have a chat, and then you decide whether you can write or you cannot write. Even though you cannot write, talking with me, I can change your mindset. And suddenly you say, I come here without thinking, writing. Now I get out, I start to write. Thank you so much for coming. I really enjoy, meeting all of you. I think it's fantastic crowd. All of you can be writer. In fact, I met Adrian Teo together. I think we were in the Stada. I think you've forgotten about it. 25 years ago, right? Right? 25 years ago. I was committee member under you, I think about 2 years ago, I cannot remember. That was in the Tan what house? Cannot remember.
Yeah, sorry, growing old.
yeah, in the Harold Road.
Yeah.
So long ago.
Yeah. When you talk, I've got some remembrance.
yeah, so long ago, man.
Okay, let us all give a big round of applause to our speaker, Dr. Ernest Chen.
Thank you, Ernest. Great job.
Thank you, great job. Those who want to write a book, you do not know how to write, you do not know where to start, what to write and how to end, go and see Dr. Ernest Chen. Those who want to try a movie, make a movie of your life story, please talk to me. I'll connect you to To Chi Kan. He's an expert in movie making. You can tell your little short stories about your family, yourself, your experience, your skills, or whatever. To Chi Kan is a man. He's a professional movie maker. Those who want to start a small business without capital, do you know who to see?
Yes.
Who?
David Tan.
David Tan, yeah. David Tan is a man, and his courses are all 80-90% subsidized by National Silver Academy, same like Tochikan's course. You got 90% subsidy. So please, if you want to do it, this SACE is the right place to go to. And those who want to conduct training, like Rihanna and YK, who have all your subject matter expertise, please contact me. I will give you the contact in SACE to get your course approved for government funding as well. And we got many students waiting to attend your course. Okay,
Thank you.
Rihanna?
Thank you so much. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Whoever else with a subject matter expertise, Bingna can do it as well. Bingna is an expert in some area. Where are you, Bingna?
Okay, over
Yeah,
here.
show us your
Hey,
video.
thank you, Ban Peng.
Show us your
Oh,
video.
okay, sorry. Hang on. Let me.
Okay. There
Right,
you are.
can you see me?
Tell us your subject expertise matter.
Okay, I'm a life coach also, and pretty close to what Rihanna is doing. But basically, I'm helping people to find their, also remove blocks, and also to find themselves, accept themselves in order to make an impact in this world. So basically, it's for people who want to discover how to be the best version of themselves. And actually, I have two courses that is already been scheduled. One in September all the way to early October. That's about loneliness. And basically, I think right now we are going through COVID. I think it's something that a lot of people are struggling with. So I think the topic should be quite timely. And then coming in November itself, we are talking about, I think exactly one of the members who just talked about all these toxic emotions, right? And all the negativity that people are going through, especially during this time. And, from loneliness, it can also lead to depression. And, this two seems to go hand in hand together. So basically, I'm like teaching you how to navigate negative emotions. And are negative emotions really bad? I mean, what if they are just signals to tell you that, okay, something in your life needs to change? And what do you need to change? So they could be something that is signaling to you how to move from the negative side to the positive side. So any questions?
Anyone with request for more information? My question is, why don't you conduct some courses for SACE? Because our people are a little bit older, more isolated, maybe more prone to loneliness and depression.
Okay, basically, all this, yeah, exactly. Thank you for saying that.
The two courses that Bengna just mentioned is for SACE.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Right, thanks, Adrian.
I'm so new to SACE, I do not know who is doing what in SACE. So those who want to attend courses in this area of isolation, negative emotion, and not only for yourself, you may have friends and relatives who may be prone to this negative thing. Please contact us in SACE. We have program for you, and these are again, I think government funded up to 80-90%. So this is really a good place to attend courses. Okay. Are the courses physical courses or are they video conferencing courses, Bingna?
Okay, I believe the first one about loneliness is going to be delivered online. Well, I think it all depends on what is happening with this circuit breaker, right? So if it's possible, so right now to play safe, I think we are just going to deliver it online for the time being. And should, I think the opportunity arise when they are able to open up the classes, I suppose, I guess Adrian is in a better position to advise.
Excellent. That means our friends from Malaysia, Indonesia, right? I think Philip is from somewhere, Kota Kinabalu. We have also friends from Indonesia. Where are those Indonesian friends? I think they're checked out already. Indonesian friends can also attend our courses. They may not get the subsidy, but the courses are good for you. You don't need the subsidy because it'll be worth the effort, worth the cost. Okay, we have come to the end of the program, so let's invite the president for a closing remark, and then we are out of here.
Oh, I thought you should do that. Okay, thank you so much for this session, where I'm sure you understand this synergy, this synchrony of hearts can really help us be more positive, be more hopeful, and we all have a book inside us that we have not written and have not told others. And so I want to thank Ernest really for this session, where the way he puts it across, you could see all the passion of him, very keen, very open to share all he has learned. And such lessons, again, you cannot find in a book. It's only because Ernest is willing to open up and all that. So again, I thank you all very much for coming to this session. And I want to thank Ban Ping for setting this up for us, and for all of you really, that you found it important enough to spend this time with us. And I'm, for me, it has been really valuable time spent. It's encouraging, it's exciting. So thank you everyone, and we hope to see you at the next session. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, President Adrian Teo. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Before we
Thank
sign
you
off, I
all.
want to thank my production team. Production team, we have one important person who was quiet the whole evening. What he does is he support with the admission of the people signing in, plus controlling the PowerPoint slide for the speaker, because we have a technical hitch at first, but David was the one who got it sorted out, and then he supported Dr. Ernest Chen as Ernest present. And when Ernest say next slide, he's actually talking to David. So thank you very much, David, for supporting the speaker. I appreciate your help.
Have you taken a picture?
Oh, group picture. Okay, everybody smile for the camera, please. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Okay, 1, 2, 3, smile. One more, yeah, one more. Thumbs up, 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, got you. Okay, bye-bye, everyone. On the 19th, I'll be sending you an invitation. We are going for a walk in the evening. We are meeting at Satay Club, Gardens by the Bay, followed by a walk around that Garden by the Bay. Join us. And on the 20th, we are having a song and dance on video conference. Come and join us as well. Song and dance is all free. This is very special, better than 90% discount. It's 100% discount. Okay, come and join us. We got many other activities in place for you. Bring your family, bring your friends. Okay, thank you very much. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.